What's up, everybody? PC War Room here, otherwise known as ExiaGN, which is my stream name. Uh, anyway, new update on the CyberPower build. As you can pretty much tell, we're looking at some new fans. These are PcCooler Coronas. It is a 5-in-1 kit. It does come with the 5 fans, of course. It comes with 1 remote, and it does come with the hub. These fans range, you can get a 3-pack in these fans for $35, $36. It does not come with the hub and does not come with a remote. And then this setup here is roughly right around $64.99. Still, it's actually a great value, and you know, it is a Chinese company that makes these, and I'm kind of impressed with the build quality with them. Unfortunately, I have already installed them. I'm sorry. But I needed to, because the stock Apiva fans that were in the CyberPower case were pretty much losing a fight, apparently. These are both 3-pin 5-volt or 4-pin 12-volt pin or cables. 3-pin addressable RGB header, or a 5 or 12-volt 4-pin RGB header. Now, the setup on these, they do fit just about all the motherboards: Asus, MSI, ASRock, Gigabyte. Any board that has a 3-pin or a 12-volt header you can use. Now, on the CyberPower board, unfortunately, now if any of you guys actually got the board that I've gotten, which was the ASRock B450M Pro 4, which is odd, you will actually have to use both the 3 and 12-volt cables. I have no idea why. I got to do something with the way that this board is made. This board is not a 100% true ASRock board, which I don't know if I have informed anybody. If you use a program called CPU-Z, and then you look into the motherboard specs in the program, it will say it's an ASRock B450M Pro 4-CB. CB basically stands for custom board. ASRock takes no support or no liability into the board, and CyberPower, well, they just don't want to support it after shipping it out. They've got 1 BIOS for this motherboard, and that's back in, I think, March. 1 BIOS update, and that is the P1.30. None of the BIOS updates for ASRock will work with this board. It just, yeah. So it's up to CyberPower to update the BIOS, but don't see that happening from the way everybody has been talking about it. And it's actually on the CyberPower forum. Big argument over it. And if you've seen one of the other videos, you'll know that I too have had issues with them. I'm still using the board until I can actually get everything else together to basically upgrade it and get rid of the CyberPower product that is inside. The 590 though, that's all on me, due to the fact that they said that they lost it. Yeah. Good one, CyberPower. Anyway, I mean, I digress on that. It's still a good computer. I mean, if you want pretty much a performance level PC, this would be the one to get you started. As far as that. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. The fan setup The cables and stuff were actually great. They were braided cables, very thick cables as well. They wasn't thin like the Apiva cables that came with the system. Now, when you, and I will show you, and these are what they look like. Now, if you look, I put the two Apiva fans in the front, but if you notice the placement, it's really tight, very tight. Now, I'm using the Apiva fans, what's left of their life, to basically push, to pull air in, and even though they're that close, especially that one, even though that one is that close to the new fan, it's honestly still working, which is weird. I mean, I can literally put my hand inside of it and actually still feel the air being pushed toward the CPU. So, which is kind of odd. You would think that the PC coolers would be pulling them out, but I mean, granted, there is a lot more airflow coming out of that side than the rest of them, but it's still working its way in, which I'm happy with. I did put the 3 on the top. I mean, I was kind of debating if I didn't really want to put 3 here on the front, and then just put 2 up top. But I figured I would just keep it clean that way. It does come with the hub. Like I said, the hub has actually got 2 extra slots. So you can actually run 7 fans on this setup, which is actually pretty cool. And now you do have, now when you open this thing up, if you end up opening it up on the back, you will actually notice that there is a fan hub for your water pump, and for that fan, and that is a cooler master fan as well. And then, of course, your stock Apiva fans, there's a hub for them. Now, you can do one of 2 ways here. You can basically get rid of the lighting, unplug the hub, and just do away with it. But if you do that, then your light strip, which is down here, will actually not work no more, because it's all tied into the hub built for the system. So you can unplug these 2 fans, the 2 stock fans, when you go in, and but you'll notice that this fan is actually linked to an adapter for the Apiva fans to get the light to run there. I decided to hook them all back up after moving them, so I would still retain the stock lighting if I wanted. But I will show you, if you retain it, you can just still use your button to turn everything on. But I was kind of thinking of just going ahead and unplugging this fan and unplugging the lights on the front, because you can't really see it, but leaving the light for this, which I may actually end up doing, because I think that's just a little bit too much RGB-ness. I mean, if there's anything too much RGB, I don't know. But anyway, you can still retain all your colors through your fans. And then you've got your trusty remote. See, I mean, it's actually not a bad designed remote. And it does have preset. Um, there's the RGB strip I was telling you about. If you end up doing away with the stock hub, you will probably lose this because there's no way for the PcCooler hub to tie into it, unfortunately, as of right now. But anyway, it does come with fans. You know, you got it on, off. And then FRGB and RGB, these two are actually for your software. You can actually download the ASRock software for the RGB headers and control it through there. You got how fast your lights will run, and then your stock, which is right here, which you can control. And then, of course, you can actually speed them up, slow them down. And then you can cycle through them. Oh, then we'll turn off these to get more of an effect of how these work. And for some better. Oh. We will stand up. We'll turn the lights off. How's that? Sorry for the camera. Ouch. But I mean, to be honest, I think these are actually a pretty decent light, especially for RGB. You know, I do like the Cooler Master fan. I mean, it lights it all up. But these just look so much more cleaner as far as the lighting. And of course, you can change the color through the remote. Then you have like a breathing session. Noise on these fans aren't that bad. I mean, I can, without my headset, I can kind of hear them. But of course, you've got 8 fans running at the same time. So, I mean, you're going to hear some noise on it. I mean, like I said, it's a great buy for these fans. I have seen some improvements in temperatures online on my gaming, especially when it came to the 590, because I am overclocked a little bit, which I'm going to make another video here today on the overclock on the 590, which will help you guys out. I mean, it's a small overclock, but you will notice a big difference. But if you're going to do it, I would probably add these fans, because it does keep the temperature down even greater than what it was before, due to the fact that the 590 is a run hot card on them. And on those. But like I said, it does support 2 more fans. So honestly, you know, if you wanted 1 more fan, you could probably remove the Cooler Master and set it up all the way around. On that. So I mean, this is a good deal, $65 on the fans, and you'll get real good temps on it. Now, you do have fan control, which is here at the bottom. This is your minimum, and then you got your medium, and then you got your balls to the wall, full force. It says 1800, but when I open up ASRock, the ASRock tuning, these fans on chassis 2 are actually pushing out about 2000. So that's actually great. So motherboard temp runs roughly right around 26, 27 degrees now, and which is a lot better than 35 Celsius. And but those are the fans. Any questions or anything, guys, feel free to ask. I mean, I'm still working on this one, but eventually all of this will be changed out, which I'll probably keep the water pump because it seems like it's decent quality at the moment. But the board, RAM will probably be RGB here soon. Some Tridents. We'll keep the card because, like I said, it's brand new. No use doing anything now with that. And then, of course, you got your fans. But anyway, that is the review on those. Like I said, hit up. I will put the link down below for the PcCooler Coronas. If you're wanting some new fans, give them a shot. I mean, $65 is a pretty good buy for a 5-fan kit, especially if you look how much everything else is. So, alright guys, I will catch you later, and I will end up getting a new new video on the overclock of the 590. So stay tuned and have a good one, guys.